Good morning, it's Daniel, this is Liz,
Hi.
and this is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel, and you join us today from Tenby North Beach on the day of IRONMAN Wales. Now, unfortunately, I'm not able to take part today, but what I am able to do is get on the supporter side, and Liz, we are going to have an absolutely cracking day today.
Yeah.
We're supporting our friends James, Simon, loads of others. I'm going to take you behind the scenes and try and show you what goes off at IRONMAN Wales. I think this is the best Ironman, if not triathlon, in the world, so let's go.
So there's a few things that make this event unique. Behind me, you'll see the crowds of people lining the streets, the athletes making their way down the zigzag, queuing up, ready to start. The atmosphere is building. Let's go.
So we know the IRONMAN Wales course is fantastic, but what really makes this event pop is all of the support, the volunteers, the water safety, the staff, the supporters, everybody involved making today happen in the event that it is. Honestly, I'm feeling it right now, so I cannot wait for them to say go. So we're at the swim start, and I've just mentioned that the volunteers make this event what it is, and I can see a gentleman with swim assist on his vest. So who are you? What brings you to this event? What are you doing today?
Hello, good morning everybody. My name's Steve Rowlands. I'm relatively local here to Tenby. I'm going to be on the swim exit over there. So just to give anybody some encouragement really as they come out to swim. Conditions are pretty good to be fair, so just a shame I'm not racing today really.
Wicked. So you know when you get out of the water and you're stumbling around and there's that helping hand that just steadies you? This is one of those guys, so thank you very much.
And absolutely, if you're struggling to get your wetsuit off as well, maybe in a helping hand if you're struggling to get your wetsuit off. So.
Well, thanks for supporting the event, we'll see you out there.
No problem,
Thanks,
thank
Steve.
you.
Cheers. So we've got a pro women's race, there's about 15 pro women on the start line, 3 or 4 Brits, so we're going to get behind them of course and everybody, and then about 2,000 age groupers, so this is going to be carnage. This is mega.
I'm not going to lie, I had to hold back the tears when the national anthem was on. It gets me every time.
You cried already? I'm not even racing.
I wasn't crying, but I thought, oh, I could have done it if I let myself.
Can you cry for the video, please?
So we've just moved now to where we will see them come through the Aussie exit. We've got about 25 minutes to wait before we start coming through.
Good morning, Andrew Hustle-Turner.
What? Very important.
You've not even got the Welsh record anymore.
I know. Quickest Welsh from round this course then.
Got it. Come on, Sam! Come on, Sam! Come on, Sam! Push, push, push! Go on, Lewis! Push, push! Come on, Snee! Go on, mate! Push, push! You're looking good! Go on, James! Go on, mate! Looking good, James! Go on, James! Like one of the swimming, James is well in the mix with the guys that he's normally battling, so good start. He looked good, didn't he?
Yeah,
I did. Did you see him?
Yeah, did you see him?
No.
Oh!
We saw him last minute.
We saw him last minute.
Yeah, he come. So after seeing them on the first lap, we're now walking up to transition 1 because this is like the most famous part about Ironman Worlds, isn't it? Really, T1 is about a kilometre long. You have a second pair of trainers at the zigzags in a pink bag, and then the little streets are just lined. I'll just show you. Walked quite a way down the transition. You just can't get a gap on the fence. It's so good that it's so busy, but it is so busy. So Liz and Bex are down there, and I've stood on here to get a bit more of a vantage point. I think the first athlete's not far off. That's really good. Go on, AK! Tom! Oh, try side! Go on, Simon! So we've just walked out of town and down into Saundersfoot. We're nearly at the bottom of the climb now, and it's already, the atmosphere is building. We've just gone past the hotel, putting speakers out and so on. There's actually portaloos for spectators, which is good at these events because people are out for hours and hours. As you can see, these guys are just putting the fencing out. This is going to get pretty busy here. So I'm going to go on the inside, you're going to go on the outside. But James, so far, how's it getting on, Bex?
No, it's doing really well. He's got an hour and 5 swim, which is 3 minutes quicker than Leeds. So we're very happy with that. So are we enjoying taking some names?
Yeah, he's up to 26th overall,
yeah.
6th in age group. He's made 25 positions on the bike, so I hope he's pacing it, but that's good. That's a good start.
Good start.
Come on, James.
Yes.
He's dreamt of an age group podium at a full distance in the UK. He's been close to the best. How is he?
Yeah. Everyone check out TriathlonDan on YouTube. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, just up there.
They're only good.
Yeah.
Come on, Louis.
What's that?
Go on, AK. So for lap 2 we've moved a little bit further up the climb. James is up to 19th overall, which is crazy in such a stacked field. The most important thing is the fancy dress that I procured for Liz. Hi Liz, are you okay? Give us a spin. Oh my God. Liz, watch We're at the top of Saundersfoot then for the second lap. The pro women and the lead age group men aren't far off at all, but you can't hear yourself think up here. The noise is incredible and support for these athletes is next level. Really, these are the toughest climbs on the course, and the fact there's this much support just makes them go by like nothing. This is mega. Come on, Sam! Come on, Sam! So we've been stood here a while expecting James, obviously refreshing the tracker. We've just had word passed to us. Unfortunately, he has a puncture. He's about 5 miles away from where we are, so about 100 miles in. Gutting to get a puncture so late into the bike ride, and he was well into the top 20 overall. Hopefully he can fix it, but you know, he's going to be a little while sorting that. But one of those things, he's got tubeless plugs, he's got an inner tube. Hopefully he can sort it and get to the finish, but can't help but feel devastated for him. But as you can see, there's more to this event than a time, but he wants the best out of himself, so hopefully he's able to pull himself out of it. How was your time in the chicken?
So good, I'm absolutely sweating now. I've had to get out of it for a minute.
You hear all the people shouting massive so-and-so to you?
Yeah, big massive.
Mate, looking good. It's been a little while. James hasn't yet gone through the next timing chip, Matt. He did joke yesterday, didn't he, basically? He was going to drag it out to 17 hours just so that we'd be out all day. That might be the case because James is very much of the opinion that death before DNF. Right, so
you might see him walking up this hill very short.
So if he punctures at 100 miles and can't repair it, what do you think he'll do?
Walk the rest of it and hopefully finish the marathon.
Okay.
I hope.
We'll see. I mean, the most direct route back from there is this route, so, you know. Come on, James.
He he said he's had a blowout on the tyre, so he's waiting for a bike mechanic to come and hopefully rescue him, but they don't know how long that will be, do you? Just is what it is, so.
You told him he's not allowed to do well.
No DNFing. He just said it might be his first ever Heroes Hour, but if he can do it, he's going to do it, so.
Got
just
it.
wait and see.
Good stuff.
I'm going to do it to chicken!
Come on, Tri-Side. So it's been 2 hours since James first called and 1 hour since his last call, and we still haven't seen him and he's still not moved on the tracker. So we could be in for a late one here. I'm here's to hoping. This is why you do these big events. Surely there's some mechanical support with him in not too long to be able to help repair his bike so we can get to the end of the event. I would hope, but you know, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people with mechanical support needed today, so who knows. But the crowds are still out in force, so this is good to see. And yeah, I guess we'll just see a different phase of the race to what we were expecting to see earlier. We've seen on the app, he's moving. He should be at the bottom of this climb very soon. Come on, James. Well done, mate. Here we go then, onto the run. Right, all he's got to do is run sub 2 hours and we'll be winning. Right. And because of the timing, James hasn't even seen the chicken yet, has he?
No, can't wait. When he gets on that run, the chicken will be ready.
Look,
Tracker's rubbish, did you get?
hold on, Mads, good work. Good running.
And Gary, darling.
Come on, James. You're looking strong, mate. Looking good, Cal. Nice work. James. Come on, mate. Well done. Looking good, mate. Keep working. Well done.
I've got the essentials ready for the next few laps.
There's a phone number you can call. Come on, Lewis, mate. Keep pushing. Sorry, mate. Anyway. Come on, let's give us an update. What's happened since I last spoke?
I've had a wee. I've had
No,
a piece
not
of
with
cake.
you. With the athletes we're following.
Winding you up. I've had a wee. I've had a piece of cake. I've got a drink.
Yeah. What's James doing?
What's happening? So we're just waiting to see everybody again now, aren't we? They're all out on the run.
Come on, people!
Absolutely mega. Super impressed with James for continuing after an extremely long mechanical delay.
The signal's terrible, so we don't actually know how fast he's running, but it looks like he's running well.
Yeah.
Beck says he looks like he's running like an astronaut.
He does.
Like he bounces off the ground, doesn't he?
See what you think. Video it
Yeah.
next time and see if you think the same.
Got it. But yeah, he's running well, so it's good to see. And yeah, this is like peak time on course, isn't it? So many people out.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. So yeah, we're just going to get stuck in and enjoy ourselves.
Let's go, Lloyd. Let's go. Come on, Dewey. Let's hear it for Dewey. Woo! Go, Matthew. Go, Matthew. Go, Matthew. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let me see you. Stephen, I want to see your hands on the air. Let's go. Come on.
Well done, Madison. Great running. Well done. Looking good.
I'll have time for a snug at this one.
Who was he talking to?
I'm not sure who was talking to. I think that was you.
Well done, Simon. Looking good, mate. Thought that gazebo was doing that. So I refuse to admit it to Bex and Liz, but supporting is tiring, man. What a long day. Now James is halfway through the run and he's currently running 3:09 marathon pace, which I know he's had a couple of hours on the side of the road, but he has still ridden and he was on for a very good bike split. So fair play to him for digging deep and actually running hard. We'll see what happens in the second half, but he's a good runner, so we'll see what happens. We're gonna go get back on course now. We just nip back just to offload some baggage and just get a couple of drinks and stuff, and yeah, just going to soak it up and support as many people as we can, because this is where it gets tough for many people.
We're getting the party started. It's quite quiet here. It's an out and back. We're going to get the music banging. We've got the speaker, cowbells. We're ready to pump it up.
Oh yeah, pump it up, man.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up.
I've got to pump it up.
Good running, well done. Push, push. Cheers. Chin, chin. Well done. Good work.
And we can go all night. So if you want me.
Go on, Tri-Side! Yes, Tri-Side! Go on, Simon, good work. Come on, Simon.
He's on the lager.
Good, mate. Pushing, well done. Good running, well done. Good work. It's just like this pretty much all the way around in town. Like, there's just crowds everywhere. It's so motivating when you're running, and to hear like noise all the time. I'm waffling. It's good, all right. Come on, Tri-Side. Come on, Tri-Side. These bits through town where like pubs and bars back straight onto the run course, you can imagine what it gets like later on when it's dark. Essentially, spectators are trying to force beer and alcohol down your neck while you're trying to run a marathon. Funny to watch. No, it's not so funny to take part in. But yeah, love the support. Well, try Central, good work.
Yes, YouTuber.
Thank you, good work.
Wait for the YouTube.
Well done. Liz, you've just been a while in the toilet queue. What on earth has happened?
Well, there was only one toilet because the other toilet was locked for a very long time. And 2 people have just very sheepishly come out of it. Oh, they've been naughty.
In the toilet in Tenby.
I know, it's singing as well.
This is the end of the lap point, so if you've got more laps to run, you turn right there. If you're finishing, you're straight onto the finish line. So we are straight onto the finish line to see James finish. He's on his last lap. He's en route for a sub 3:15 marathon, which is nuts, but he's some boy, isn't he? Right, look forward to trying to get a spot at this finish line. This is heaving. We'll do what we can. Bex has obviously got a snog lined up, according to James, so she needs to get to the front at the very least.
As the red flag, as if by luck, here's a friend of mine coming across the line, Michael Roderick, James Brosner is on this man's shoulders. He's full of energy. He's blowing into the finish line. Dylan Gwyn Jones, 18 to 24 category.
This is what these big events just deliver. The finish line experience is like no other. It's like 5 or 6 people deep each side. You can't get to the front line. It's mayhem, but it is
Here we go.
so worth it when you get here.
You are an Ironman.
Hopefully James will be here in about 10 minutes.
Oh, it's done.
You're an Ironman. Ryan, you deserve it, buddy. Ryan. Incoming, Thomas, you are an Ironman. Kevin Mitchell from Belgium. Kevin, you are an Ironman. Carl Jones, is it for Mum? Martin Henry, Ironman Wales. James Brudge, you didn't budge all day long, James.
Simon Smith, here he is.
just before 11:30 at night. We're just making our way back to the red carpet for Heroes Hour. You might notice there's only 3 of us and not 4, and you can guess which one's too tired to come back out, can't you? Not as hardcore as us, Daniel, I'm sorry.
Needs his beauty sleep.
Yeah, we've left him in bed, but we are back here on the red carpet to cheer those final finishers through.
Where's everybody on the We have another Here we go. Are you going to ring the bell? First timer. No, he's not a first timer. It's Alex. Come on, everybody. I want to hear you cheer. We have Charles. Alex. You are an Ironman, Alex. How's everybody doing? Are we good? Who's been here since like the first athlete on the beach this morning? 6 o'clock this morning. We were on the beach and drinking the first timer there. First time on the magic carpet. Here we go, and here we go. What a way to finish. And we're finishing.
Gimme a man after midnight.
Congratulations, Eva. Eva Medloff, our welcome team here with a time given up to 23. And still they come from
Just before midnight, and there's around 10 athletes left out on course. This is insane.
So what we do in the final 2 minutes of the finish line is we want to invite Paul Haslett, you are an Ironman.
There's 8 minutes left, and there's 3 athletes still out on course. Come on!
Here we do indeed. Are we ready on the finish line? Cut. 2 and 1. And ladies and gentlemen, that now brings to an official close Ironman Wales 2025. So while the finish line is closed officially, we have to turn off our microphones. We have to turn off the music. But what we don't have to do is we don't have to leave. So, hang on. We've somebody coming. Have we somebody coming?
Oh my goodness.
DJ Son, hit the music. Here we go. We have an athlete. Let's go, go, go. Thank you so
There we
much
go then.
to Matt
That
Ward,
is
to
a
Sharon
wrap.
Reed, and to DJ Storm for being on
Completed it,
the
mate.
energy team for 2025.
Right.
And to the
The
Ironman
time
team
is
crew. Congratulations. I've won
10 to 1, so we're off to bed now, ready for an early start and back home tomorrow. We've had an incredible day. Well, that's a wrap.
Is he here?
So it's the morning post Ironman. We're going to get a hot debrief from James. James, congratulations, you are an Ironman.
Thank you.
Ironman Wales 2025, done and dusted. Not without its challenges.
Yep.
Run us through your day. Tell us what happened out there, and the roller coaster ride that you had.
I mean, where to start really? It's probably the best place to start is right here on Tenby Beach. I mean, what a scene and a place for a race start. It was absolutely pinch me moment stuff yesterday. I mean, this sport's got the ability to create some really special and powerful moments, and that was one of them.
Yeah.
Welsh national anthem, you know, I don't know how many hundreds or thousands of people on the beach, flamethrowers going off. It was just brilliant. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Into the water, pretty choppy in there actually. First lap particular, getting quite a lot of chop coming straight at you as you're swimming out to the first buoy. So bit of a battle there, but soon settled into a rhythm. Then out onto the longer section. Again, you're getting the waves coming at you from the right, but just tried to settle into a decent pace. Felt like I was swimming quite well, keeping up with all the people around me, which I like to get in the water nice and early, so I do get dropped on the swim a few times, but yesterday I was actually holding pretty decent pace, so thought it was quite good.
Andrew Horsell-Turner wants to know, how were your crocodile eyes?
Crocodile eyes didn't happen yesterday. It was far too choppy for crocodile eyes, but certainly used a couple of the other techniques that he taught me to sight as well as I could. Into the Aussie exit, and I absolutely sent it, which was probably a bit of a mistake, because got back into the water and the heart rate was through the roof. So yeah, mistakes were made at that point. So again, 100 yards just to settle back into a pace and then crack out the second lap. Came out of the water in about 1 hour and 6 minutes, just to touch over. So I was fairly happy with that. And then looking back on the tracker since the race, that was a pretty good swim for me relative to the people that I'm usually end up racing with. So I was quite pleased with that. Into T1, which, I mean, it's just a sensory overload, isn't it? It is incredible. Straight into the zigzags, wetsuit off, carbon shoes on, sent it up the zigzags again, probably too hard, but you know, you get carried away a little bit, I think, when there's that many people around you. And then through the town, I don't know, it's about a 1.4 k, something like that, just lined with people screaming, shouting, the noise, you can't even hear yourself think, but unbelievable, like really, really special. Kept the pace fairly controlled into T1, did my thing out on the bike, and at this point feeling pretty good about the race. I was, you know, happy with the swim and looking forward to a good bike ride.
You were concerned about the temperature initially, weren't you? But it wasn't.
I was, yeah. I do have Raynaud's syndrome, so when it is cold, I struggle with feeling in the extremities. So fingers and toes are usually the first to go, which does make riding a bike a bit challenging. It's always nice to be able to feel when you can brake and change gear. But yesterday was actually all right. So I thought I did have a pair of gloves in the T1 bag, but I decided not to use them. And yeah, we got out on the bike. First 40 miles on the loop out to Angle and then back. It was quite wet actually. There was a lot of spray coming off the roads. It was raining, it was cold. The core hands were all right, but the core temperature dropped quite low. So at that point, just trying to settle in, hit the power numbers that we'd planned for the race, and just try and find a decent group to ride with. There were 2 or 3 lads around me that were riding at a similar pace, so we just tried to, you know, make good progress. But yeah, settling into a decent ride. And then as soon as you hit the start of the, what would you call it, the North Loop, on the stretch up to Narberth, you could feel the northerly winds there, so you were into a bit of a headwind. So it's just trying to make progress as best as possible without blowing yourself up.
What was the support like out on course?
Support was really good. You come through like pockets of just incredible support, and I mean, Angle was good, up at Narberth was really good. I don't know what time I got there. It was probably about 10:30 in the morning. Everyone's on the beers, you know. I'm getting a bit jealous at this point, but I thought I'm going to concentrate on what I've got to do. We could save that for later. But yeah, brilliant support. And then dropping down into Wiseman's Bridge, into Saundersfoot, and then up the climbs. Wow.
It's like Tour de France, isn't it?
Oh, it's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Really, really loved that. Up Heartbreak Hill, the road's narrowing with all the people. Loved it. Saw you guys for the first time out on the bike course with the banners, so much appreciated for those. And then yeah, at this point, dropping back down into Tenby, feeling really good. The race is going well, hitting all my power numbers, fueling well. And then
you didn't know like positions, but you'd actually ridden up to like 16th-ish position overall.
Like that, yeah. So. You did. I remember you saying before the race that there's a guy out there with a clicker. Yeah. He did. At one point, I saw him. He told me I was about 22nd, and then I remember going past a few people. So I thought I was around about there.
Yeah. Because I think that includes the pro women as well.
Yeah, it will have done. Yeah. Yeah, so onto the second lap, again, that stretch up to Narberth, the wind was really pushing at this point, so it was just a case of digging in, not blowing yourself up and just settling into a decent power without overdoing it really. And I was at this point, I was having a really good ride. I was happy with my numbers. I was feeling good. Legs were feeling good. I had bags of energy. Then we get to it was mile 103. So it was, you're starting to think about T2 at that point. Coming down a fast descent into a sharp left-hand bend. Took the corner quite well, but on the exit of the corner, I'm going through some surface water, and unknown to me, hidden below that surface water was a pothole. Of course, I went straight through it and bang. Tubeless tyre, set up with sealant, just went bang. Sealant everywhere, and it was a big one. So managed to hold it together so I didn't come off the bike, but just gradually bringing it to a slow without trying to destroy your rim, which was fun. So yeah, assessed the situation, and I could immediately see 4 quite big slits in the tyre, ranging from about, I think the smallest was about 5 mil, but it went up to about 15 mil, all within, a pretty small surface area of the tyre, but it wasn't looking good at that point. So got myself to a safe place to made sure I was in the sunshine as well, because I didn't want to get cold. So I took myself to the sunshine, started putting a tube in it, but I didn't have much confidence at all that this tube was going to hold pressure. But at that point, you've got to do what you can. So tube in, within about 5 meters, bang. So really not looking good. So I decided to walk to the nearest marshal, which luckily for me really wasn't far away, and she called in the bike mechanic, because I thought at this point it's going to be a new tyre. So called in the mechanic. The immediate feedback we got was 15 to 20 minutes, which I thought, awesome, I can happily wait 20 minutes for a new tyre. Obviously the race will have gone up the road, but it means I can get to T2 and enjoy the run. So we hang around, probably about 45 minutes go by, and we're thinking, it's not looking great. So she called for an update, and there must have been a lot of mechanicals out there. It was tough riding conditions, but at that point the update was then 2 hours. So at this point, I'm starting to think, however I can get to T2, I just need to get to T2, because I don't care what it takes, I need to get there, because this run course, this support, I just had to experience it. So options at that point. One thing I would say as well, next to the marshal there was a farmer who lives on the corner, and it's quite an accident black spot this, so that's why there's a marshal on the corner. He comes out to watch the race every year, so I was chatting to him while I was off the bike. Lovely guy, kind of what makes the event so special, all the people getting involved and embracing it. He lent me a jumper to try and keep warm, chatting away to me, keep spirits high. So, real shout out to him.
He's been messaging since to see the race, hasn't he?
Because I called the wife off his mobile to let her know that I was all right, and so he had Bex's number and messaged to see how I got on in the end. So it's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to try and get his address and send him a box of beers or something like that, just to say thank you for keeping me company. But yeah, at that point, so we've had the 2 hour update. It's not looking good. I actually started walking back to T2 because I'm starting to do the maths in my head. I think it's a 10 hour 30 cut off from when you start the swim to get to T2. So it was an 8 mile walk from where I had the blowout to transition. So I'm already thinking, this is touch and go. I've got cleats on, I'm carrying a bike. It's touch and go as to whether I can make it back. I get about probably a quarter of a mile up the road, and thinking through the options, I tried this in training when I had a similar incident. I tried previously to put a gel wrapper against an inner tube to the gel wrapper to cover the slits that had happened in the tyre, and then an inner tube up against it, and it didn't work in the training ride that I'd done. So it was the last resort option for me. I had one tube left, and I thought, do you know what have you got to lose? You're either carrying your bike or this might work. So I actually have with me the saviour. Yes. So this saved my race. So I put this up again in the tyre, up against the inner tube. I inflated it to really low pressure, I didn't have a gauge on me, but I'd probably say it was about 30 psi, just to give the inner tube some movement so that it wouldn't blow if it did get anywhere near it. And I nursed it back through those last 8 miles. I was really, really steady on the descents, the climbing, looking out, concentrating so hard on the road so that I didn't go over any, bumps or potholes. And unbelievably, I made it back to T2. And I couldn't not really, because, Liz had gone to the effort of dressing up as a chicken. So, I'm sure you can insert the picture somewhere. But, I couldn't miss that, could I? So, whatever it took, I was going to get to T2. And I'm pleased to say I did. I think the bike total time was about 7:14, 15. Moving time was about 5:30. So, again, it was a decent bike leg, but obviously the race had gone up the road. But I was just so grateful to be in T2 and be able to get this thing done.
And that's true resilience. But I think I was mostly impressed by. I thought, you're just going to jog around, high five people, have a good time. But you actually ran with purpose. Didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, that's it. Yeah. I've been working with the coach, Ben Aiken, over the last few weeks. We've been, working on quite a lot of things, but fueling's been one of our big focuses. So, this was an opportunity to go out and practice in a race scenario. So I spent a bit longer than I usually would in T2 just to compose myself, get a bit of fuel on board, and thought, let's go out and give this a good crack. So I did that, and, I think I ran a 3:19 in the end, so I was pretty happy with that. Fueling went well, I felt good. First 2 laps, brilliant. Second 2 laps, of course, got really busy. I found myself expending quite a lot of energy trying to go around people and surge on the hills just to get past people without getting in any other people's way. And so that took a little bit out of me, and it's a tough run course. It really bites. It's just relentless. Not just the run course. I think the whole day, from getting in the water to crossing the finish line, it is just relentless all day. But so glad I hit the run course. The support. I mean, I'd love to know how many thousands of people turn out to this, because it was just lined with people everywhere. They were, when you come out of transition and you run that first mile into Tenby and start the hill, they're probably 3 or 4 people deep.
Yeah. You can see why people go out really hot, can't you?
Yeah.
The sport's that good.
Absolutely. But incredible support. Thanks to you, Liz and Bex. You were everywhere on that run course, exactly what I needed. You were keeping me motivated, pushing me on. The banners were brilliant, like I said. And then, hit the red carpet. So it was a 3:19. I think total moving time for the day was around 10 hours, 10 minutes, which, I was pleased with that as a performance. But, the day for me, it changed really, the goal about halfway through it. And it was just about getting this done. And I'm so glad I did.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Awesome. Well done to anybody who either started and didn't finish, or started and did finish, or maybe you didn't make it to the start line and spent it down the sidelines like I did. But it's just such a cool event to be a part of. James, you were still sub 12 overall, and I actually think it'd have been a good battle between us. I think you'd have beat me, in honesty. I think I'd have been outside of 12 hours. That would have been a funny story.
I'd have been chasing you down on the road.
2 hours at the side of the road. So what does this mean for next year then? Because you hadn't solidly planned out your year next year. Do you think you'll come back ever? Do you think you'll come back next year? Have you had those thoughts yet, or do you need a bit of time?
I haven't had those thoughts yet. I'm actually going to Munich on Tuesday to Oktoberfest. My full focus at the moment is on beer, and then we'll start to think about next year. But the one race I have got in the calendar next year is Challenger Roth, so that's a big focus of mine for next year. And then we'll see what's going to come after that.
All right. Well, James, thank you very much for sharing your day with me. When I knew that I wasn't going to be racing, it's hard to find somebody's story to follow. So, James, thank you very much for letting me do that. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you.